Greetings, YouTube. So I have a little bit of an announcement. It's more exciting for me probably than it is for any of you. But at the end of this month, I'm actually going to be riding my bike down to Arizona to hang out with some friends, see some family, but it'll be like a mini vacation just for me. In preparation for this trip, I have ordered a few modifications and accessories for my bike, one of which arrived today. See, I got a little box here from Revzilla. Now, Revzilla is not a sponsor for this, but Revzilla, if you're listening, you know, we could always change that. But let's just open this up and see what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but you don't know what it is. So, this is the Kaoko Throttle Stabilizer. We just like to call it a throttle lock. Basically, it's kind of like cruise control for your motorcycle, but not really. Cruise control is something that you can set the speed and it'll maintain the speed. A throttle lock, however, you set the throttle, you get up to the speed you want, you keep the throttle open, you lock the throttle, and it keeps the throttle where you lock it. But if you start going up a hill, obviously you're going to start to slow down. If you start going down a hill, you're going to start speeding up. But still, where you can't install cruise control very easily on a motorcycle that doesn't already have it, you get the throttle lock. Now, just a disclaimer, how can I put this? Depending on how you use these, they're not always safe. You should never use something like this in heavy traffic. That would be stupid. Now, the way I plan on using this is I plan on riding my bike down to Arizona where I'm going, Phoenix area. It's about a 6.5 hour ride, and so it's a lot of freeway miles. I plan on getting on the freeway, setting my speed, and just letting this thing go to town. So let's see what we got here as I destroy the package. Hopefully I don't need to return it for any reason. So I've done a little research on this, and so we have here the actual bar end that goes next to your throttle, that when you twist the throttle, it you actually twist this with it and it locks your throttle, and it says Kaoko on it. And then there's a series of like little washers and stuff that I imagine just add to the tension for locking. And then of course they included a bar end for the other handlebar as well. So pretty cool, and a set of instructions. So I'm gonna go install this on my bike right now. I've read reviews that it's a very easy installation, so let's go find out.
11 minutes later.
So I'm here on the throttle side of my handlebars, and I've got my throttle lock here. And so I've got a number of things here. I've got the bar end, and I'm just gonna hope my camera focuses. There we go. I got the bar end itself, and then this thing here, which they refer to as the friction nut. Basically, as you twist the throttle, you also twist this, and it will push against a thrust washer, as they call it, that pushes against the actual rubber of the throttle and locks it in place. Now, they included 3 of these thrust washers, so I guess it's trial and error as to which one this bike is going to use. But first things first, we got to get this bar end off. And it has a hex screw, which means I'm going to need an Allen wrench, and because this is a Japanese bike, it's likely metric, So, oh, look at that, perfect fit. Let's see if we can crack this thing loose. And of course, it's got bugs all over it, because that's the world we live in. Dang. That is hardcore right there. And so there we go. A little bit of thread lock right there. And I'm just going to set this down. And so it's telling me that I'm also going to need to remove this hex plug, which I'm going to need a wrench for that. So let me just find something that'll fit that. I've got some metric wrenches here. Nope, bigger than a 15 millimeter. Let's try 17. Right there it is. Ugh. And so there's that right there. So this is the point at which we decide which one of these thread washers is going to go on there. I'm going to start with the biggest one. Nope. I guess we'll try the smallest one, which is going to be this one, as I throw it down on the floor. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is not looking like it's gonna work out. So let me consult the instructions again. So I guess I'm gonna go with this one as I drop it on the floor too. Here we go. And it doesn't actually go against the rubber. There's this kind of plasticky part that sticks out of the end of the, past the rubber. So it's just gonna butt up against that. So we'll grab our actual throttle lock here. So it's gonna go in like this. And our lock nut here, we'll push that, we'll put that up against the bar end. So this is the part that gets a little confusing here, because the throttle is supposed to be able to move freely when the throttle lock is disengaged. But I mean, when I just screw this in and tighten it a little bit even, I mean it locks my throttle just as it is. So let me consult once again the instructions. So I gotta be honest, I'm just kind of playing around with this and I'm not liking it so far. Just the installation is kind of stupid. When no matter what I do, I mean, I don't even have to twist it on very hard with my hand. Just twisting in the bar end locks the throttle, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. The throttle's supposed to open and snap shut freely like that, but that leaves this way too loose. I mean, that's kind of, I'm sorry, that's kind of unacceptable, Kaoko. It's almost as if I'm not supposed to use a thrust washer at all. Because if I just put it on without a thrust washer, so there it is there. And I mean, I haven't like torqued it down, but I mean, the bar end is in all the way. My throttle opens and snaps shut freely. If I twist my throttle lock, it locks. So maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. And so then the idea is when I'm on the freeway, I open my throttle to my desired throttle opening. Hopefully that's maintaining the speed I want. I'm able to then move my hand and not have it in this one position for 6.5 hours while heading to Arizona. And then once I need to slow down, I just roll off the throttle, and then the throttle opens and closes freely. But I'll play around with it a little bit, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what I can figure out. Now this particular model of Kaoko throttle lock is supposed to fit a number of motorcycles. Here, let me find the list here. Says ZX-9, ZX-10. I mean, you can see Ninja 636, which is the ZX-6R. Oh my gosh, are you telling me they sent me the wrong one? All right, let me look on Amazon here, see what I actually ordered. Oh, that's right, I ordered this off of Revzilla. All right, let's see here. All right, so when I look at my order on Revzilla, look at the part I ordered, it says, this product fits your 2019 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-6R, ZX-636. Yet, this paper says 2013 to 2017 Ninja 636. Now granted, I don't think that there's been a whole lot of difference between 2017 and 2019 in the handlebars, so I'm gonna kind of just go with it here. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on without the thrust washer, because that's kind of what seems to work. So now I could torque that down if I wanted to, and I do want to, but the throttle opens and closes freely. I can engage the friction nut a little bit and then twist the throttle to my liking, and it'll stay, which is essentially what we want to do. Exactly what we want it to do. So that's that. Now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, because it also came with the opposite end, as we see here. Now, it's got this, and it's kind of hard to see in this low light, but it's got this hex end, which requires a much larger Allen wrench than I think I have, so I may just have to get them just as hand tight as I possibly can get them, and then go over to my dad's house where he has some other tools. He has a lot more tools than I do. He probably has something that'll fit this so that I can torque these down really well. So I'm going to go ahead and install this in the other end right now.
A few inches later.
So there you go. Kaoko, I'm sorry, that was just a little bit too confusing. And it's possible that Revzilla sent me the wrong the wrong product, but like I said, I doubt there's much change in the handlebars between the 2017 2019. Leave a comment if you think I'm wrong and tell me so, and I will return this product back to Revzilla and have them send me the right one. But like I said, in the morning I will ride this thing to work, and I have as you've seen, I've got a long ride on the freeway, so I'll give this throttle lock a try. And so I guess I'll see you in a few seconds for you, but it'll feel like I've slept at night for me. So see you soon.
Early the next morning.
All right, so I am back. I have slept. It is morning. I'm on my way to work, or I'm about to be. Got my throttle lock right here. I've adjusted this little grub screw here so that it puts a little bit more resistance on the lock before it gets to where it's actually doing something. So I'm going to get on the freeway and let's see how this thing goes. So I am going to say that I'm going to contact Revzilla to make sure they didn't send me the wrong part, because that paper did say that, I mean, it had a number of bikes that this part would fit. But as far as ZX-6R, it said between 2013 and 2017. And on Revzilla, when I ordered the part, it actually gave a different list of bikes that it would fit, one including the 2019 ZX-6R. So, I mean, while the throttle lock might work, I'm still going to contact Revzilla today and see if perhaps they sent me the wrong part. If they sent me the right part, okay, cool. I'll just keep it the way it is. But if they sent me the wrong part, I'll have them send me the right part and I'll send this one back. Oh, great. Sorry guys, I guess I'm never getting on the freeway. I'm stuck behind a semi-truck going up a hill. Aren't they supposed to have license plates on the ends of their trailers? I don't know. Alright, here we go. Getting on the freeway. Okay, I'm up to speed. I'm in 6th gear. So, like, there's a little bit of play between the end of the bar end and where the tension nut actually engages the throttle twisty thingy. Is that the technical term for this? I'm not sure. So gotta kind of like, there we go. Here, let's give it a little more tension. So my speed continues to rise, so I gotta like, I can still move the throttle with my hand. So we're still accelerating. All right. So that feels really weird to let go of the throttle like that. Like it's creepy and unnatural and somewhat evil. But I don't know. It's a weird feeling. But I can let go of the throttle and my speed remains constant unless I start going up a hill. And of course, if you set your throttle lock on a hill while you're going up a hill, once you reach the top of the hill, like this, you're going to start accelerating. So there's a little bit of back and forth when you adjust. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. There, so I've completely let go of the throttle. So now I can do something like this.
I'm the king of the world!
But I probably won't. So something I do a lot is I'll let go of the left handlebar. Gosh, I'm going too fast. I'm trying not to speed, but you know, I am on a sport bike. So something I do a lot when I'm not using a throttle lock is I'll often let go with my left hand and just kind of sit up a little bit for a few seconds, and then I'll grab the handlebar again just to kind of stretch my back a little bit. It feels, and I'll steer with my right hand. I can still do that. It feels really weird to let go with my right hand and steer with my left. Like, I feel like I'm fighting with the bike almost. My bike tends to drift to the right anyway. I think it has to do with the fact that I have my phone here and it catches the wind, pushing my left handlebar back, which causes the bike to lean slightly to the right. So my bike tends to drift to the right. I just waved with my right hand. I'll bet that looked totally weird. But having to fight that with my left hand doesn't even feel right. But I'm hoping that this will kind of, I don't know, make the ride a little bit more comfortable as I get used to it when I ride down to Arizona later this month. But that's all for now. Be sure and subscribe. You know I like saying that because I want you to do it. Yeah, subscribe and click the bell so that you'll get notifications when I upload new content. Be sure and check out my Facebook page. I like to post videos and funny memes, motorcycle related of course. And I always say it, I'm gonna say it again, life is better on two wheels, so ride safe. That dog's losing its mind over me.